Everyone thinks peace is the absence of conflict. They're wrong. Peace, according to baalhasulam, one of the most influential Kabbalists of the 20th century, isn't simply the quietness between wars or arguments. It's something far more profound. It's a natural law woven into the fabric of creation itself, and most of us spend our entire lives working against it. Yehuda Ashlag, known to his students as the Baal HaSulam, lived in Palestine in the early 1900s. He was a scholar, a mystic, and someone who spent decades translating and interpreting the Zohar, one of Kabbalah's most sacred texts. But he wasn't writing in abstractions. He was trying to solve something urgent. Why does human suffering persist? And his answer points to something called the law of peace, a principle he saw operating throughout nature and human consciousness alike. It's not mystical jargon, it's observable, it's real, and it changes everything about how you understand why you suffer. Here's the core idea. Nature, the universe itself, operates on a single principle: harmony through balance. Every system, from the smallest atom to the largest ecosystem, seeks equilibrium. And when something violates that balance, nature corrects it, not out of punishment, out of restoration. Now humans are part of nature. We're not exempt, but we have something else: consciousness. And consciousness gives us the illusion that we can operate outside nature's law. We think we can take without giving, receive without sharing, benefit ourselves at others' expense. The Kabbalists call this the ego. The ego whispers, more is better. My gain is what matters, my comfort, my survival, my success, and we believe it. So we build systems, economic, social, psychological, that reward taking, that celebrate winning at someone else's loss, and then we're shocked when we feel empty. But Baal HaSulam observed something crucial. This contradicts nature's actual law. Nature operates on mutual reception and balance. A tree gives oxygen, we give carbon dioxide. Predator and prey maintain population. Bacteria and humans coexist in symbiosis. The universe doesn't hoard, it circulates. So when humans operate from pure ego, from the desire to receive only for themselves, they're swimming against a cosmic current. And that friction, that's what we call suffering, not punishment from above. It's the consequence of being out of sync with how reality actually works. This is where the peace comes in. Baal HaSulam taught that achieving peace, real peace, inner peace, social peace, isn't about suppressing conflict. It's about aligning yourself with nature's actual law. It's about shifting from receive for myself to receive in order to give. Think about it. If everyone around you operated from how can I benefit others, wouldn't peace emerge naturally? Not because we're forced into it, but because we'd finally be aligned with how the universe actually operates. The friction would dissolve. But here's what makes this teaching so challenging. You can't fake it. You can't perform generosity while your heart wants to take. The ego is too clever for that. Baal HaSulam was clear. Real alignment requires genuine inner work, a real shift in intention. And that work starts with awareness, with seeing how your ego operates, how you naturally want to receive, to win, to be right, to survive at others' expense. Not judging it, just seeing it clearly, because you can't transform what you don't see. Baal HaSulam called this the work of correction. It's not about becoming a saint or denying your needs. It's about gradually, intentionally, shifting your desire from for me alone to for me and others, from receiving to receiving in order to give. And when you do this, even partially, even imperfectly, something shifts. The internal friction lessens. You experience less anxiety about scarcity because you're no longer hoarding, less guilt because you're aligned with something larger than yourself, less loneliness because you're genuinely connected to others' well-being. This is the peace Baal HaSulam was describing, not the absence of problems, but the absence of the internal war between what you want and what reality requires, between your ego's demands and nature's actual law. And here's what he understood that most spiritual teachers skip. This isn't just personal transformation. It's the only path to lasting social peace. You can't legislate people into harmony. You can't force connection. It has to come from a genuine shift in what people want. So when you're struggling, when you feel that friction, that emptiness, that sense of being out of sync, remember, it's not a punishment. It's information. Nature's law speaking, telling you it's time to align, to shift from taking to giving, from ego to genuine concern. The peace you're looking for isn't somewhere else. It's available the moment you stop swimming against the current, the moment you start moving with nature instead of against it. That's baalhasulam's teaching in plain English. The law of peace isn't imposed from outside. It's the law of how reality works. Subscribe so you don't miss the next teaching on how Authentic Kabbalah explains the meaning of your inner life.